USDA says 7, and they're crazy. We're in 6. Because this winter and the winter I think for the past 3 winters, we've been down around -10. And that's a Zone 6 winter. Zone 7 that USDA elevated us to a few years ago is winter no colder than 0. And we've been colder than that for the past few years. But if you buy plants for Zone 6, you're pretty safe, unless you plan to plant them in a container. If you're going to plant in a container and leave them outdoors over winter, you have to go for Zone 4, because the container doesn't have the surrounding mass of soil to keep it warm. Roots are more vulnerable to cold than the above parts of a plant are. One friend in Colorado told me that a lot of plants grow in spite of the gardener. So don't worry about it. Well, one is that our soil is alkaline, so they should never put fireplace ashes on their gardens. This area, like the rest of most of the rest of the West, is arid, and you have to use supplemental water to keep things going, because we don't have regular summer rains. Water is precious, so those of us in the West don't like to waste it. Well, another thing gardeners should know in this area is that, especially on the south side of the river, most yards have an underlying cleachy, which is really a hard pan. People new to the area should ask their neighbors how deep the hard pan is, the cleachy. Most roots won't penetrate it. It's like a layer of concrete. But the other best advice I got was after I lost my leg. I read some guy said that he had found that he could still garden using a scooter similar to this, because you've got all this space on your step for a tub or a bucket or something like this to put in weeds that you've pulled or things that you've harvested. So that was a huge relief to me.